As NATO foreign affairs ministers meet for a second day to discuss the crisis in Ukraine, a plea for more weapons as Russia's invasion moves to the eastern part of Ukraine in Donbass.
My agenda is very simple. It has only 3 items on it. It's weapons, weapons, and weapons.
Speaking with reporters in Brussels, Ukraine Foreign Affairs Minister Dmytro Kuleba warned without additional weapons from allies, the battle for Donbass will look like World War II.
Either you help us now, and I'm speaking about days, not weeks, or your help will come too late. And many people will die, many civilians will lose their homes, many villages will be destroyed, exactly because this help came too late.
And NATO members have agreed to strengthen support for Ukraine and are providing a wide range of weapon systems to the country. However, when asked about the different types of weapons being sent to Ukraine's armed forces, officials have refused to be more specific.
Allies are providing them with different types of weapons, and we see the impact of these weapons on the battleground every day because the Ukrainians have been able to inflict severe losses on the invading Russian forces.
With the war now in its 6th week, the United Nations General Assembly has suspended Russia from the UN Human Rights Council over reports of gross and systemic violations and abuses of human rights.
Draft resolution A/ES-11/L4 is adopted.
The World Health Organization also announcing it's preparing and making contingency plans for possible chemical assaults in Ukraine, heeding the advice from Western officials that Russia may use chemical and biological weapons in this war.
There are no assurances that the war will not get worse. WHO is considering all scenarios and making contingencies for different situations that could afflict the people of Ukraine, from the continued treatment of mass casualties to chemical assaults.
Meantime, on the battleground, about 75 Russian soldiers are now receiving medical treatment after being exposed to the highly radioactive soil of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Many soldiers drove through the abandoned region without radiation protection. In Kyiv, restaurants and cafes have reopened, and people can be seen with bags and trolleys as many Ukrainians begin to return to their homes after Russian troops withdrew from the outskirts of their city, though officials have warned residents not to return to the capital just yet, as they remain fearful that the violence could return. Melissa Nakhavoly, City News.